play with you and I'ma cut out their hand. They play with you, they know I'm taking the risk. If she with me, them other niggas is stink. And now with her, she show me.
What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute, but we back with another video.
We back, period.
There's a Q&A. It's been a minute since we did a video because we done had school and just she was dealing with finals and work, and so we just ain't never had the time to do it because she was focusing on that, which is more important. So now that she's done with school and we had some time, we want to go ahead and do this Q&A video. You know, y'all guys requested it, so we're gonna give y'all asked the questions. We kept asking y'all to ask questions so we could do this, and so finally we're here. So first question we had was, do we plan on having kids? And we get that question a lot already, just because friends of ours have had kids, and
it's always y'all next.
Yeah, everybody saying y'all next. Is like, no, we do plan on having kids though. It's just my answer's always been the same.
Yeah.
She's in school for pharmacy. She's doing her thing in school for pharmacy, and it's like until she graduates, then we'll do that. But I don't want to put her through school. She's stressing with school, and then she's pregnant. And if I'm going playing ball, I'm not here to help her out, or even here to see the child be born. I don't want to miss anything. Like, I want to be here.
You don't want to be no deadbeat.
And I'm not gonna be that. So, like I said, it isn't the plan for us to have kids. It's just get her through school. We want to travel and do stuff on our own first before we bring a kid into the situation. So it is in the works though. So yes, we do plan on having kids, just when the time is right.
He always say he want to have like a whole basketball team. I'm like, wrong person. Wrong person. How many wide is all outside?
I have a big family. Oh man, I have a big family, so I was always just, I always wanted a big family. So it's like, I just want a lot of kids.
That's what happens.
I want a lot of kids. So for the family gatherings, get-togethers as they get older, it's just everybody come around. It's not just like one child or something like that.
Yeah, it's nice, but he has to be reasonable. Like, you gotta work with me.
I'll work with you.
You gotta work with me. We not doing no 10 kids.
Initially, I had said 10. If it was my perfect world, I could just say how many kids I wanted 10. But, realistically, I'm not gonna have no 10 kids. So that was just like it's like a fantasy of mine. It's like, I'm gonna get 10 kids. I wanted 10 boys. Just my own perfect little world. Just have on the basketball team. But I know that I'm not gonna really have 10 kids. So.
Yeah. So yes, we plan on having kids. One of the questions I was asked was, who was interested first? And I think it was him. Yeah, it was him. He was interested first. He went with his move. It worked. I don't know how, but it worked.
My vernacular was spectacular.
Oh, here you go with that.
You gotta have a mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is what get them. You gotta have a mouthpiece. You gotta talk a good game.
What is a mouthpiece? What is a mouthpiece?
A mouthpiece is you gotta be able to talk that game. You gotta be able to talk to the girl to get, when you see her, you gotta be able to talk to her. If you don't know what to say or whatever, you gonna miss out, because you gotta make her laugh. You gotta know what the right to say to make her laugh, make her smile, make her feel good. And just, it also does have that confidence too. That let her know you got that confidence because the way you talk, your game. So like I said, your vernacular gotta be spectacular to get her.
You're right. So he didn't really ask a lot of questions, but I did. One of my friends asked, who said I love you first?
I want to say me.
Yeah, I want to say Ish. Do you mean it? I don't know.
I want to say me. I believe I said it first. I'm like Kevin Gates. I easily fall in love.
Oh.
So.
That's mean.
I said it first. One day we was talking, or texting or something. I just I love you. So.
He knew already. Look at him.
I knew. I knew.
Yeah, right. So, one of my girlfriends, she asked, how do we happen to manage a healthy relationship with me being in school and everything else we have going on. That's a good one. Well, it's all about communication. Like, some people think we're like picture perfect, but we work hard. Like right now, we probably communicate the best like we've ever been. So it's like we just manage time for everything. I always say when things are going good at home, everything else just seems to flow well with it.
Excuse the dog. That's Ghost.
Yeah, he's spoiled. He gonna do what he wanna do. So he did. Oh, he's on my leg. Oh, he's on my leg. So yeah, it's just that he's a good supporter. Like, I have my days where I'm so stressed with school, I'll take it out on him. I'll come here with an attitude. He's like, dang, what happened to you? And I'm like, I get in the mood, I just don't talk. You gotta come figure out what's wrong. So, and we just manage everything. Like, he always told me communicate. Like, if it can be communicated, do it. So it's relieving knowing that I have that, because like if things were bad here, I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about school, what's going on down here, and it's like, it's not good. But we haven't really had any issues to where it bothers me. Like, we don't really get into nothing.
I just make sure on my end, like, cause I know that she got a lot on her plate right now. I just make sure that I'm not adding to it. Like, I ain't finna add to her stress. Like, so when she do, like, if she is stressed out about school, she come here like with an attitude. Like, at first, you ain't talking to me. All right, I ain't talking to you. Like, I would just think that I know I didn't do anything, but it's like, you finna act like this? All right, I'm not finna sit here and try to, figure out what's wrong. I didn't do nothing to you, so why you being, having an attitude towards me? So I ain't gonna talk to you. You don't talk to me. I'm cool. And then we kind of just talked about it because we realized that that's not good. That's not healthy at all. Like, to just push it out the way. Like, yeah, sit there and just not talk to each other. Like, when obviously y'all want to talk to each other. So, we talked about it and just realized, like, hey, we realized, okay, it is just she's stressed out from school. And that's why, I try to like do stuff for her, or just like randomly just to make her smile. Like, so she know when she come home, like it's a peaceful thing. You can come in, we watch TV, we chill, we go out if you want to. I let her sleep if she want to. Like, it don't matter. Whatever she need at the time, foot rubs, whatever. I just let her know that she good when she come home, and she ain't gotta, bring all that over here. Like, so. I would say communication helps though, just to manage it, you talk about it, so, cause that does, like, everybody say communication is key, like,
and it really is. Like, we've noticed like a big difference just in ourselves. Like, just from talking, I'm like, dang, is we just talk like this? And it was like, yeah, we didn't no argument or nothing, we just talk.
Yeah, that was a big thing to really, like, the first time we ever just talked about something, and a disagreement issue or whatever, we just talked about it and came to an agreement on it without arguing, or now we off for a couple of days not talking to each other. We were just like, so that's how that's supposed to go.
Yeah,
like, okay, well, we like this. Like, we was able to, go to sleep at night like happy still. And so we was just like, okay, well, we gotta do this more often now. So that's how we do it. You just gotta figure it out. It's definitely hard, but you gotta just figure it out and communicate.
Yeah, and aside from me, like, even him going through his therapy or playing basketball, it's just with the communicating, I know what all he has going on, so I know what I can do to play my part. So it's good to just listen. Like, he don't have to tell me everything. So that's how we manage it, because, okay, I know Ish got this going on, or hey, I know Ish got therapy this many times this week. He's gonna be tired, so I expect that, I look forward to that. Or I know some days Ish may be feeling like this, or more sensitive on these days. Lighten up, make him more comfortable, show him more love, and it just end up working.
That's another thing too. Just listen. Sometimes just listen. Whatever the spouse is talking about, just listen to him.
Yeah,
like,
just listen, man. Just listen.
I'm saying, like, how she come home from school. You would think I'm in pharmacy school just because of the stuff she tell me, and I'm listening because they was in class online and stuff. So I'm listening to the class, and I'm just like, she'll be talking about certain stuff like from work, and I'm just like, I don't know nothing about like medicine and stuff, but I just listen. I'd be like, yeah. Dang, I just listen to her, let her get it off her chest because she needs to at the time. So, and that help out too. That would just relieve any work stress. Like, just come on, I'll listen. Like, tell me about what happened with that work, or what you had to do, what they had you doing, what medicines was what they do. And some of this time I'll be interested, like, okay, what medicine, what they do? Because some of it be like real drugs, like
or
on the street, or stuff I'm taking for my niece. So I'm like, oh, what they do? Oh, for real? Okay, cool. And some of the stuff is interesting, and the other stuff I'll just listen, just be like, okay, let her get off her chest, and then we keep going.
It's the little things that make a big difference. Like, we notice that, and it's like, we laugh at it now, but I'll be like, yes, remember we was arguing on this? And it's just a huge transformation. Yeah, so communicate, little things, the little stuff your boyfriend or girlfriend is constantly telling you about, but it's like, if they keep saying it, it's obviously a problem. Like, maybe literally you just, okay, he keeps telling me this, it must really affect them, so do it. Okay, so our next question was, what is one obstacle that we overcame that was really hard for us at first? And honestly, our hardest thing I would say is the long distance. As many of you know, he plays professional basketball. In the last 2 years, he was overseas, way in Japan. And before I talk about that, we had another question from my cousin. She said, how do we make the long distance relationship work? So I'm just gonna answer that together. So, how to make it work? Well, to start off, being that he was overseas these past 2 seasons, that means he was a whole day ahead of me, like 14 hours, 15 hours. It was so hard to communicate.
Yeah, Japan is your whole day ahead. So while I was going to sleep, when I'm waking up, she going to sleep, friends going to sleep, family going to sleep. And then when they waking up, I'm going to sleep. So, and I can't stay up because I had practice or had something to do. It's like, you had to, on off days, that's when I really got a chance to talk a lot. But other than that, you just had to like, sometimes she go to sleep early or wake up, or she have alarm set to where it's like, I could tell, okay, I'm gonna get out of practice around this time, so it'll be this time back home. So she'll just set an alarm, wake up and talk to me for a little minute,
And I learned how to convert the time in my head. Like, his time was 2 hours more than us, but then you would flip the PM and AM sign. So if it was 8 in the morning here, that means it was 10 at night over there.
Yeah.
So I kept that in my head with talking to him and stuff.
Yeah. So some days you'll talk a lot, other days you barely talk, and that can get frustrating because it's like, at the end of the day, you want to just, you come home and just talk to your girlfriend, your family, friends, and it's like, you come home sometimes, it's just like,
he get on his laptop.
Yeah, get on my laptop, watch movies, nobody's up, so it's like, I play my video game, but it's like, there's really nothing else to do unless I just want to go out and about, but it's like, you come home, you're tired, you don't want to do nothing. It's like, you know.
I think the biggest thing that helped was that I was in college having early in the morning classes. He literally, I'll be walking to class as he's preparing the bed and I'm preparing to walk to class. I would talk to him all the way till, even my professor, he was like, what you doing? I was like, talking to Ish, he's gonna go to bed, so he'll let me sit there.
Yeah, like we try to get every second
we
could to just talk. Like when she said, all right, I gotta go, it really meant, okay, she had to go. It wasn't like, all right, she finna go, and then she gotta walk to class and do all the other stuff. It was like, no, we gonna sit here and still talk, like, So, and it was the same with me. Sometimes I talk to her until I get to the gym sometimes if I could, or until literally sometimes I would just fall asleep. Like, I'd just be talking, go to sleep, and she'd be like, Ish, good night. And I'd just be like, I'll wake up and be like, all right, because, I ain't trying to waste no time. So
we just make the best of it. And honestly, that second season, it was easy. Like, I don't know, I guess it's because how we are. Like, when I tell y'all, we communicate a lot to us. Like, if some stuff don't happen, we're cool to where it's like, he always tell me, some days we ain't gonna talk, we ain't gonna feel like talking. Even now, with the way I'm working and stuff, some days I'm gonna be too tired to talk, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, like
we don't understand that with each other.
We don't have to talk 24/7 every day. And the second year, we figured it out better because that first year that was the whole year of trying to just figure out how would we talk. And then that second year, we kind of knew what was going on. And so it was a little easier to just figure out, okay, you got this much, you got this gap where you can talk, you got this gap where you can talk, and you just make it work.
I knew everything. Okay, what is Ish in practice right now?
Yeah, the
Ish
schedule
right now.
Yeah, the schedule pretty much was the same, throughout the seasons. So it was easy to pretty much say, okay, well, we could talk this time. I have this time to talk, different times to talk, and so you just make it work.
And I think it was really easy for me because I've kind of been doing that my whole life with him.
Yeah.
So it really didn't affect me. I feel like it was just another level to it. Since I've been dating him, he's been playing basketball. He's been in Vegas, everywhere traveling.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, he always doing this, but now it's just a different way he's doing it. I just have to adjust to. So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. AAU, I was always gone. Especially AAU time, I was always gone. Even when I went to college, I mean, we never went to the same school. So even high school, we was at different schools, but we were still home. So when I went off to college, it was just like, okay, that started the long distance thing. And then she didn't go to the same college as me. So it was still like a long distance type of thing. It just wasn't as far as Japan. And so when I went to Japan, it was just like another level to just a true long distance relationship. And we just made it work. So.
Two people asked, how did we meet? Like he said, we low-key met on Instagram.
Back in the how do we
back by a little
meet?
comment. Yeah, if you wanted to tune into our previous How Did We Meet video and see how we met, but it was through Instagram. Oh, somebody said, what's our favorite thing about each other?
You want to go first? You can go first.
I don't know.
All right, I'll go first. My favorite thing about her, it's a couple things. It ain't just one particular thing, but her loyalty. I always tell her that, like, if when it comes to like when it's why me, I'm like, your loyalty, like, it's unmatched. She's shown that throughout the years of just how loyal she is to me. I would say just her ambitions, her goals. Like, I like that about her too. She's ambitious. She got a plan. She set out to, be a doctor, and she always talked about that. She got goals in life, and she's out trying to pursue those goals. It's not like she just, I don't know, and like she got a plan, she's sticking to it, and she go and get it. She doing the right things to get it, and so I like that about her too. Like when she's focused, she got her determination, her drive. I like that about her too.
And I push him to do the same thing.
And even though it's one of those things where it's like, you staying on me, like you always getting on me, but I don't like it. But at the same time, it's what I need. Like, it's one of those things where you don't like it at the moment, but then later on, when you sit back later, you're thinking about it, you like, I needed to hear that. She needed to tell me that. Even though I didn't want to hear, she needed to tell me that. Because sometimes you be scared to tell that other person or your spouse or whatever what they need to hear. Sometimes you tell them what they want to hear, or you don't tell them anything at all and just let them just do whatever. But you tell them what they need to hear, and it's just, at the end of the day, because you want them to be great. So it's like, I know she want me to be great, so it's like, and then she ain't telling me stuff to just, that's gonna lead me down the wrong path. I ain't gonna tell her nothing that's, gonna lead her down the wrong path. I wanna see you be great, so that's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you stuff, I'm gonna get on, cause now I'm on her with school. So it's like, she have her moments where she don't wanna do something or something like that, or she wanna procrastinate. I'm like, let's go. We ain't finna do nothing else until you do this. We ain't doing nothing, we ain't watching nothing until you go study first. Like, I'll be on it. And she don't like it sometimes. Sometimes we'll be off about it, but at the end of the day, it's like, thank you, I really appreciate it. And it's the same with me. She tell me about this. It could be basketball, it could be life, just different stuff. When I was in school, it was school. So it was just like stuff I don't want to hear, but I need to hear it. And so I like that about her, because you don't find too many people like that. So I would say those three, some things I like about her. But truly, guys, I like everything about her.
Oh,
You gotta like everything. So. But yeah, those are just three.
She got me feeling bad because I don't know what to say, but with him, he's a Gemini, so we butt heads sometimes. But I really like how he's very spontaneous. I'm a Capricorn, so sometimes I can be very, I guess, stuck in my little shell. Yeah, I'm very organized. Like, we're gonna do this, I'm responsible. And I just like to stick to what I have. You can't mess up my schedule or none of that. So he brings a lot of fun and excitement to my life. And I also like how he's very raw and uncover everything he says. It may hurt my feelings sometimes, but it's like, I want to hear what I would ask him stuff with the answer already in my head. Then he tell me what I wasn't expecting. It's like, okay, I'm mad, but it's like, well, really, you wanted the truth. That's what he says.
I'll joke with her son, but like, she asked me a question, you want me to lie or tell the truth?
Lie.
And so, you know, I be knowing like, you just gotta tell it how it is. Like, you gotta just be real. So, but yeah, like I'll be honest sometimes because I'll be telling her like, if we got something planned for the day and something goes off schedule, she gets it's like a whole attitude, and it's like for the rest of the week, the day, like the whole day will be going. It's like, just something happened off that we wasn't expecting. Let's just, you know, we just go with the flow. I'm gonna go with the flow type of person. So I don't never have like a set schedule. I'm gonna do this at this time on in this day. No, I'm like all right, what you gotta do today? I don't know. We'll see. Like just go throughout the day.
Yeah.
And so with her, it's like if something don't go as planned, or if I don't give her the answer, sometimes she want to hit just like, I'm just like, you gotta, in a mood, you gotta just.
But I don't do it no more. Like, Sissy, I don't do about it.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
I just thought about it. I was like, I really do that, and now I don't do it or I think about it. But I also like how he's like such a gentleman and stuff. Like he was raised really good. And so I like how he listens and allows me to let him be better. He used to not listen, but I always just tell him like, I just see so much potential in him. Of course, him and the guy is like, okay, I don't see that right now. But it's like, now that he sees it, like, look how he is right now. Like, this is you. All this you're capable of being is here. Like, I don't let him limit himself, so.
I will say
that's a really good thing. Like I like how he sees it. And I was like, okay, you're capable of this. Why are you doing this? And now it's like he's up here because it's like, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. So I like how he allows that. He actually listens and lets me be better.
That's definitely a fact. Cause I just would, she'll tell me this, and I'm like, it should be some of it's stuff I didn't want to hear. Yeah, since we first started, it's just like, I ain't trying to hear all that stuff right now. Like you talking about stuff I ain't listening to right now. I was stuck in my ways. And I always, you know, it's funny, but it's true. I always refer back to The Lion King. Everybody sing The Lion King. It's a certain part when the song "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" The lyrics, I always say that relates to us because Simba is saying so many things to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past. Impossible, she'll turn away from me. And then Nala say, he's holding back, he's hiding from what I can't decide. Why won't he be the king I know he is, the king I see inside? And so I'm like, dang, Bria always saying, you got such this great person in you. It's just, you ain't brought it out yet. And because I always would ask her like, why me? Like, it might be weird that I ask her that because most people think, oh, it's the catch. You got a basketball player and da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, but I always ask her like, why me? Like at the end of the day, why you chose to be with me? Because you didn't have to pick me. You know what I'm saying? So Bria's a catch too. Like she got stuff going for her. Like it ain't just like, oh, she just hopped on me just because she ain't had no other option. Like, so I always ask her why me, and she'll just be like, and her answer has always been the same. It's just so much a better person I see in you, or so much potential I see in you to be good, be this great man. And I'm finally, as I done growed up and matured, and I became that king that she sees. It's like, oh, okay, now I see what you were talking about. This is what Bria be talking about. Okay. And so
like, even his mom would be like, oh, thank you. And it's like, I always tell his family or his mom, I would tell him like, even if we weren't together, if he didn't choose me or we didn't work out, it's like my job, I'm not trying to better him for me. It's like, I want you to be a better man because you'll be better. Not only will you be better for me, but better than you will also make you be a better man for your family as well. Yeah. I feel like that's my job.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's what I like about him. He gets on my nerves. He always joking and stuff, but it's funny.
I'm like, if anybody that's seen, well, I'm pretty sure everybody that watched Martin. I'm like that. How Martin constantly is joking, but he joking on Gina, but at the end of the day, it's out of love. He just be joking with her. I'm like that, and sometimes I might go a little too far. Because I don't know when to stop sometimes, because I just be like, in my head, I'm just joking.
So sarcastic.
I'm sarcastic, I be joking, but with her, it's like after a while, it could be like and then next thing you know, I didn't.
You'll be serious, and it's like, is he joking right now? I don't know, what are you doing? So
sometimes she'll be like, she get, and if somebody bothers her and I didn't know at the time, I'm joking on her, she just, and it's like,
They'll come in there joking, trying to make it better. Like, oh, nigga,
Yeah, then I joke. I'm trying to make it back, lighten the situation. I come in there joking some more.
Hey, B, you ain't gotta yell in your feelings.
So that's how I am. That's just, you know, I feel like that's my love language to her. Like, cause I always like, it's like I pretend to be hard and all that stuff. But really, my love language is like, I joke with you. I crack jokes on you. Like, that'd be my way of telling. That's how she know if I really miss her. She come home, I'm cracking jokes on her constantly. Oh, it's Mister. Cause I ain't had nobody to joke on. I ain't like I'm not I ain't gonna say I'm not. I flowers, do the other stuff, but for the most part, if I'm joking on you a lot, it's cause I'm missing you. I love you. Like, that's my love language to her. So.
And our last question was, what's our favorite memory about each other? I don't know. It's not my favorite, but it's a memory.
Oh, boy. What's your boy?
My favorite memory with us is... let's stop it. I don't know what this is. Okay, y'all. So our last question, one of my friends had asked, what is our favorite memory of each other?
I say my favorite memory. It was really hard. Like, that question, we had to stop and think. We had to stop and think about it because we ain't know. It was like a lot. But I think my favorite memory of her was like we had just started dating. I had a summer league basketball game for my high school, and she was like, she wasn't gonna be able to make it because I had invited. She wasn't gonna be able to make it, and so I was just like, dang, I wanted her to see me play. And so we pull up. So she wasn't gonna be able to make it. I was like, all right, well, that's just, she gonna miss it. So the team bus, we pull up to the school, and one of my friends, oh no, I seen her. I think one of my friends, Grover, he had pointed out, was like, Ish, look who here. And I'm like, I look out the window, I see her sister, and her mama walking in. I'm like, so he's trying to, I wasn't scared. She trying to surprise me? Like, you ain't. I'm like, okay. And so at that point, like, I'm like, dang, she here. She gotta see me play. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I didn't miss a shot in warm-ups. Like, my Grover was like, you ain't missing a day. I'm like, man, I just wasn't missing. Balled out that game, had 2 dunks, everything was good, won the game. So I was just like, I did good. She came to the game.
He kept looking at me and stands.
I had to make sure I balled out that game. So I just had to, that first impression. First time she see me play, I gotta do good. So that was it. I would say that was a favorite.
Well, my favorite memory is not as good. My favorite memory is more of a scary thing because I was so scared. That's not even funny. So my favorite memory is when it was last year. Actually, I had just finished school because of COVID and stuff. They ended the semester early, so I came home. I don't even know why I was trying to be sneaky, but I was drinking and stuff. I think it was the weekend. We was riding around. We was riding around, and we ended up back over here. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I was like, no, I can't drive. I was scared. I was drinking something.
Yeah, I knew she was drinking, and the way she was feeling, I'm like, she don't need to drive.
But I'm so scared to hit someone. Like, I respect her in all those ways. Like, that's my girl. And we like this, but man, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay here.
And see the thing,
I was like, no, I can't stay because she was asleep.
Yeah, she never had stayed here prior to that. Never had stayed here. And my mama,
no matter how long we did, it was a respect thing.
My mama didn't know that she was gonna end up staying here. Like, she didn't know. She thought, okay, it's our bridge. He gonna come home at whatever time. So I was like, you can stay here. I knew her. My mama was like that. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, if I tell mama Bria staying here because she was drinking, my mama will understand. But I just didn't tell mama because my mama was already asleep. So I'm not gonna wake up. I'll just tell her if, tomorrow, next day, whenever, if she find out.
She gonna sleep the whole night. I might be gone by the time she get out.
So I just said, you can sleep here. We can, come to bed, boom, sleep, boom. And
yeah, the house is so big and quiet, so it's like
you can't hear nobody walking through the house.
You can't hear nothing. So when something happens, you don't hear it.
My mama sleep. Her room is in the back of the house. I sleep. My room is in the front of the house. So like right by the door too. So I heard the toilet flush. So I'm like, and my mama normal situation, my mama wake up in the middle of the night, get us some water, drink or whatever, use the bathroom, and then go back to sleep. So I heard the toilet flush.
Man, just lay down.
Bria just laid down. So I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, mothers would, you know, sometimes open the door, check on their child. Cause she was asleep when I left. Or before I got home, she was asleep. So I'm like, okay, well, she gonna try to see if it's back yet or not. It is late, it's back. So I'm thinking she gonna try to open that door. Good thing I thought of that because she ended up doing it. So when I heard that noise, I'm like, get on the floor, get on the floor, get on the floor, get on the side of the bed, on the floor. I was so scared. Like
she don't play, man.
She don't play. And I respect my mama, but I just know that mama don't play like it. It's like a sense of a slight sense of fear. Yeah. You gotta know her. So it's like you ain't finna just do whatever you want, but it's like my mama don't play like you low key scared of your mama. Yeah. So I told her, get on the floor, get on the floor, get on the side of the bed. And to say she was drunk and feeling like she sobered up quick and rolled out the bed quick. And I just pretend I started laughing. Like me, I can't hold my laugh when it's a serious situation and I'm laughing, it's over with. I'm gonna laugh. So I was facing the door at first, but I couldn't stop laughing. So if my mama opened the door, she was gonna see me laughing, so she gonna know I'm not asleep. So I turned my back to the door and was just like, I'm whispering to her. I got my hand out the bed, like make sure she stays still. I'm just like, stay still, stay still, stay still, stay still. My mama opened the door, look, and then close the door. And so I stabbed, even though I said stay there just a little bit longer, because you know she might go to the refrigerator, she gotta walk back to her room. Stay down a little bit longer, just stay there. So then I got up out of when I assumed mama was back in her bed, I just got up, made sure she was gone. All right, come on, you good, boom.
Man, I could have died that night. Man. I was so scared. I feel like my heart was beating so loud. Then when I got up, she was sitting at the table, reading her little paper. I got up. Well, hey, Missy. I'm like, really, man? I'm just scared. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry I spent the night. I was drinking. Yeah,
we just told her what happened, and she was
like, girl, that's fine. I'm like,
that's why I knew it was like it would be okay if she knew, because I knew how the relationship they had, I knew how they were. So it was just like
ever since then, I've been spending the night.
Yeah, once that happened, it was just like, okay, my Bria spent the night. Okay.
It was just a respect thing. Like when I was younger, like I would never spend the night. But then when we got to college, like, okay, I'll drive the night because she'll drive to where I'm at. We'll spend the night like that, but when he came home, it was just like a respect thing. But I was scared, y'all. I didn't know what she was gonna do. I didn't know. Yeah. If y'all have anything else y'all want to ask us, feel free to comment below. We're like really open to questions. DM us, whatever. Yeah. You ain't gotta be about us. It could be about your relationship, some questions you got.
Yeah, advice if you need some questions, whatever. Just let us know.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll be back with another video soon.
Yes, we're not gonna take long.
Not gonna take as long, so make sure y'all stay tuned.
Turn me up, don't turn me down, no, no. Say be real.